Hey everybody, it's Ariannitalagringa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Valentine's Day is coming up, and in this video, I will be teaching all of you how to flirt in English. Let's start with what St. Valentine's Day is. It's celebrated on February 14th, and it's a day to show your love to someone like your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, partner, or even your friend or family member. During this time of year, married couples, partners, and sweethearts are encouraged to go out to dinner. They go out for a romantic dinner and they spend some quality time with each other. And during this special holiday, most restaurants will be booked up in every city. Does this restaurant get pretty busy?
It gets pretty busy. It's pretty good for reservations for people who are coming in who are like couples who want to just spend an intimate time together. We do curate a special menu for Valentine's Day for people to enjoy and for people to have something a little bit outside of the Southern comfort food that we serve.
Is Valentine's Day the busiest night of the year for your restaurant?
It's not, actually. It's not the busiest night of the year for most restaurants. That would probably be Mother's Day.
Is Valentine's Day the busiest night of the year for your restaurant?
No.
What is the busiest day of the year?
Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Hi, is Valentine's Day the busiest night of the year for this restaurant?
It's definitely one of the most busy nights. We are pretty much fully booked at this point.
Do I have to book a reservation for Valentine's Day?
For here, no, just because we're not typically a reservation based, just because our concept lends itself to fast service. So it's like quick turnover. But for most restaurants, I would highly recommend calling at least a week ahead of time, just because the reservations do fill up pretty quick.
And are you guys booked up for Valentine's Day, or do you have some tables open?
We have a few tables open, but we're pretty booked with reservations.
Do you guys have any tables open for that evening?
At the moment, we may have some at 4 p.m. We extended our hours so that more people could come into the restaurant.
What are some of the most popular food or drink items for Valentine's Day?
Pasta alla vodka.
What are some of the most popular dishes or drinks people order on Valentine's Day in this restaurant or just in restaurants in general?
So in this restaurant, it's kind of all over the place with our menu. Can't really predict what people would order the most. As far as drinks, probably the Long Island's, like our flavored Long Island's, they typically go for martinis, glasses of wine, stuff like that. Now, as far as most other restaurants, because I've worked in a lot of other restaurants before, the most ordered dishes and the common Valentine's Day go-to is surf and turf.
And what is that?
So surf and turf is usually going to be steak and some sort of shrimp or lobster or crab with it.
Do you have a special menu for Valentine's Day?
We are going to be doing our normal menu, but we will be having some special Valentine's Day features.
Like what?
I believe we might be doing a Valentine's Day cocktail and perhaps a menu item as well.
Now that you know how busy restaurants can get on Valentine's Day, let's learn some fun ways to flirt in English. Talking about flirting, do you know what it means? Flirting is basically showing romantic interest in someone. This is usually with playful teasing, with compliments, or just looking at someone's body language. A great way to flirt is to start with a pickup line. Pickup lines are short, sometimes funny things you say to someone you want to talk to, and the goal is to make someone laugh and just to start a conversation. Here are a few examples of some common pickup lines to break the ice or start a conversation. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber. A cucumber is a green vegetable, but when you say cute-cumber, this is a combination of cute, which means pretty or attractive, and cumber. So it's like cucumber, but instead of it, you're saying cute-cumber. So this is just a really nice compliment. The next pickup line is, are you French? Because I fell for you. Eiffel is part of Eiffel Tower, which is a famous landmark in Paris, France. And when I say Eiffel, that kind of sounds like I fell. So I'm saying, are you French? Because I fell for you. And I fell means to fall in love. So you're basically falling in love with someone. Is your name Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling a connection. Wi-Fi is how we connect to the internet. So the person is saying, I have a connection with you. Like I'm connecting to the internet. The next pickup line is, are you Google? because you have everything I've been searching for. Google is a website where you can basically find almost anything. So this pickup line is saying, you are everything I've been searching for. It's a really big compliment. The next pickup line is a good one, especially if someone's been out at the beach all day. For example, do you have a sunburn, or are you always this hot? This uses the word hot in two ways. For example, a sunburn will make your skin feel hot in temperature, but hot can also mean attractive. This is a great compliment to say that somebody's hot. The last pickup line is a good one. Are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you. A parking ticket is something you get when you park in the wrong place and you have to pay a fine. But fine also means somebody looks really good. So this pickup line just means you're so attractive that you're like a parking ticket that says fine. That means you look good. You look fine. But remember, sometimes pickup lines don't always work. So try to be friendly and see how the other person reacts. You might use these pickup lines on your crush. Do you know what a crush is? A crush is when you have strong romantic feelings for somebody, but they don't know about them yet. It's usually someone you really like, but you're not dating them yet. You can have a crush on someone based on their appearance or how they look, their personality, and if they treat you nicely. For example, you might have a crush on your friend's brother or your friend's sister, and they might not know anything about it. Or you might have a celebrity crush. For example, like Tom Holland, Sydney Sweeney, Zendaya, etc. Do you guys have a celebrity crush? Let me know down below. Also, how do you feel when you have a crush? Well, we feel many emotions inside of us. You might feel excited or very happy and eager to see them. Or you might feel very nervous. You might feel a little worried about talking to them. You can also feel shy. You might be quiet and reserved around them. You can also be happy. Thinking about them makes you smile. You can also feel embarrassed. You might blush or feel awkward if they look at you. You can get confused. Sometimes you don't understand why you like them so much. And you might daydream about them. When you daydream about your crush, you just start thinking about them, like imagining a fun or exciting scenario in your head, and you kind of zone out from what's going on around you. You might feel tongue-tied or unable to speak clearly because you're nervous. You might feel worried about how you look or you act. And lastly, you might feel like you have butterflies in your stomach. This is just a feeling of nervousness or excitement. It's okay to feel all of these feelings and emotions when you have a crush. Hey Madison, thank you so much for helping us out today.
Thank you for having me.
And I heard you're single.
I am.
So what are some ways someone can ask you out on a date?
A way someone can ask me on a date is to actually reach out to me and show that they're interested in taking me on a date, and then asking what my schedule is so we can plan to meet together, and then going ahead and planning a date, whether it's dinner, a day at a park, going to the museum, and then just being able to hang out, talk to one another, and get to know each other more.
A plan is necessary.
Yeah.
You know, asking if the girl is available that week or maybe the next week. And then once you have a plan, go out with her. And then, yeah, go on a date. Now, if you are not interested in going out with that person, how would you respond?
I actually have a personal rule that you should always go on 2 dates with someone, just because you never know if someone is having a lot of anxiety or if they're tired on the first date. And that way, the second date, you might get a different feeling of that person or know a little bit more about them. But I would say after the second date, if you still do not find yourself having chemistry with someone and that you think that you should just be friends, I would kindly let them know that I enjoyed their time in meeting them and I like them as a person, but I only like them as a friend.
That's a great response, because there are 2 ways to go about it. You can be really nice about it, or you can be toxic and like not even send them a text, ghost them. I like your way better. It's a lot more friendly.
I think everyone deserves mental clarity of, no one likes to get ghosted or not know what is going on. So I think it's always best just to be honest and say how you feel.
Now, what should a guy do to approach a girl at a bar?
Don't. I would say if a guy sees a woman that he wants to talk to at the bar, he should just go up to her and compliment her and ask her what her name is and introduce himself. But most times when I go to the bar, I'm usually with my girlfriends and we're just wanting a good night and dancing. And even if a man goes up to you, he can ask for your social media. That way you can talk and get to know them there as well. Just introducing yourself, saying hello with a nice compliment, I feel like would always get a woman's attention. And then you can share social media or numbers. However, I don't like to share my number the first time meeting someone, so I usually just share my social media.
Here in America, is it common to share social media when you first get to know somebody or a phone number?
I feel like a lot of people do share phone numbers. However, personally, I feel that sharing your personal phone number is a big thing. So I personally like to share my social media first, get to know someone a little bit more that way until I feel comfortable giving them my personal phone number.
Yeah, I also like sharing my social media too because you can see your pictures, you can see their pictures and see if they have friends or family members in the pictures too.
Yes.
And you kind of get to know that person, but from a distance. So here in America, it's better to ask for someone's social media account like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, rather than getting their phone number for the first date. What do you think about pickup lines?
I actually love cheesy pickup lines that are harmless and not provocative. I enjoy them and I think it's a great way to break the ice.
And what are the biggest red flags in a man? Like, what are some warning signs you look out for?
Warning signs with men, I would say I don't like liars, men that can be controlling or possessive or don't let you hang out with your other friends, or who don't ask you about how you are, how your day is going, how your life is going, or caring about what your aspirations are in life and being a team player and a good partner.
Exactly. And he doesn't want to get to know you for who you are. Okay, so now what are some green flags in a man? What do you look for in a man?
I think green flags in a man would be a man that knows how to communicate well, that cares about you, your aspirations in life, what your goals are. Is just a team player, cares about you. Is always honest. I always think like even if you ever lie, like a little white lie is such a bad thing. I try to be very authentic and honest as a person, and I would want that in my own partner as well.
Thank you so much, Madison, for this interview. And since you're single, where can people find you?
Thank you for having me, by the way. You can find me on Instagram at yourfavoritemadison.
Even in America, kids celebrate Valentine's Day, but in school, kids will get really creative and use things like colored pencils, markers, glue, stickers, and different sheets of paper to make Valentine's Day cards. When I was little, I remember making a Valentine's Day box to collect all of the Valentine's Day cards in my class. But if you didn't have enough time to make homemade Valentine's Day cards, then your parents probably bought you a bunch of sweethearts like these. These are candy or sweet treats, and they have a little message written on each one, and they're in the shape of a heart. You would eat some that say cutie pie, sweet pea, be mine, true love, and marry me. So this was a popular candy back in elementary school. And since we're here at the store, let's see what other things people give each other for Valentine's Day. Roses are the most popular flowers for Valentine's Day, especially red roses. These are red roses. In this bouquet, there are a dozen roses or 12 roses, and it costs $22 for this bouquet. Let me know down below how much a dozen roses cost in your country. And if you really want to impress someone special, you can gift them this bouquet with more than 30 roses. This costs $80. Would you buy this for someone that you love? Let me know down below. And don't forget the balloons. These are balloons, and some of them say Happy Valentine's Day or XOXO. And over here, you can give someone a gift basket. Literally a basket filled with gifts. Do you think this basket is a good combination of gifts? Let's see what this gift basket has. So you can see that there's a pack of beer, a couple of limes, some Reese's peanut butter cups, and some pretzel twists that have a dill pickle flavor. I guess some people like this, but personally, I wouldn't like it. So let's see what else they have. Oh, look at this one. This one has Uno, some popcorn, and a Sour Patch Kids. I would like this one. This is a pretty good combination. And even the bakery section has some Valentine's Day gifts. These are sweet treats that you can eat. For example, look at this chocolate cake in the shape of a heart. I would eat this. Another popular gift is a box of chocolates. and it's often heart-shaped. Look at all of the boxes of chocolates. For example, this one has puppies on it. That's so cute. Another popular gift for St. Valentine's Day is a stuffed animal like a bear. I think my favorite gift for Valentine's Day is a Valentine's Day card. People exchange cards with a sweet message inside of them. Let's read this one. It says, "Honey, life is like a giant roadmap, and I couldn't have found a better person to navigate it with than you. Happy Valentine's Day, XOXO." XOXO stands for hugs and kisses. The X is the kiss, and the O is the hug. And some of these cards have sentences that rhyme or a poem. For example, a poem for my amazing wife. Wow, this is a really long poem. Okay, everybody, that's all for today's video, and I hope you guys learned a lot about how to flirt in English. And let me know down below how you guys celebrate Valentine's Day in your country. If you liked this video, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Happy Valentine's Day!